Hey everybody, it's Darkslayer from DarkslayerTV bringing you game number 2 of DarkOnyx versus DarconisRising. DarconisRising taking game number 1. A Zerg just out macroing our player, AxeZ, putting up as much of a fight as he could there at the end, but it just wasn't enough. And into this game spawning here. At the top right of Daybreak, we have DarkOnyx's dispensed. I swear to God, I think I said that correct, but I'm not 100% sure. Down here, at the bottom left of Daybreak, we have DarconisRising Stripes. Coming in here for game number 2, and if I look over our information, Gespence is a golden Zerg. So, a gold Zerg, a step up from our silver Terran from last game, wink wink. And this is going to be a ZVZ, stumbling all over my words right now. And Stripes already saying, GG, I dead, but I don't believe you're dead, but you never know. And this map was ZVZ, obviously very macro oriented. It's not going to be something where we're going to see a lot of like Zergling, Baneling all-ins. We're not going to be seeing a lot of super cheesy stuff, as it is a gigantic map, and the reinforcement distance is so long. Pull first here by Stripes. Actually, it was Extractor, then Pull, so we're going to be seeing a very quick speed again coming in here for Stripes. And up here at Gespence base, which is going to be Gespence. It's going to be so hard to say this entire game. I'm actually going to go for a pull first as well, but it does look like he might actually go for that hatchery before gas, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing, as we should be seeing the probe move down at any second here. No, going to grab that gas. I wonder why he took it so late, as he had the minerals for so long, but that's okay. And Gespence is going to go ahead and block the hatchery there for Stripes, but decides to get out of there, and I don't think it's going to make it back in time. But Stripes says, you know what, I don't have the money yet, so I'm going to have to turn around and fight you. And here we go, the hatchery does go down. Gespence doesn't quite block it. And the Baneling nest is finished, and as we reach 100 gas here, we should see speed start, and he should take these guys off gas and go straight back into minerals, unless we see some kind of Baneling play, which is completely possible, as this is ZVZ. He actually forgot to start speed Stripes. Up here, we do see the expansion now coming down here for Gespence. Your new name is Guess. This entire cast, I'm calling you Guest. Your name is too difficult, sir. I so sorry. But speed did start down here for Stripes, and he is going to go for that Baneling nest, so we're going to see some crazy micro coming out of here at Gespence, or he might lose a lot of Zerglings, and he's actually a little bit behind already, which is a little scary here for Gespence. His hatchery was later, his gas was later, his metabolic boost is going to be later, and if we look at the supply or units tab, Gespence does have 2 additional drones, and is actually going to opt to go ahead and go for roaches instead of those early Zerglings. So we might not have to see as crazy micros I thought we would coming in here from Guess. And Lings are now going to start making their way across the map here. And Lings are being made by both players. But the scary part is, when is this Baneling nest going to finish? Is it is actually already finished. So we could be seeing some crazy early game advantages here by Stripes if he gets some good Baneling hits. But don't count Guess out yet, as he could micro very well against this. Even going to move forward, and the 2 Lings will get annihilated by those 4. And Stripes actually going to go ahead and choose to engage there, as it is now 3 versus 2. But the 3 are deciding to run. Here we go. They are going to turn around, and more Lings there, and a little bit of cute micro there, keeping that Ling alive there by Guess, keeping every unit possible alive, which is so necessary in these low leagues. And speed is now done for Stripes. Not yet for Guess, but Stripes doesn't actually have any intentions on being aggressive. There's just no move outs here. He's continuing to build drones, so nothing coming in from Stripes. Guess being just as passive. However, he does have the Roach Warren, which means he can choose to be aggressive as soon as he feels like it. He could literally mass roaches right now and send them, and it'd be very difficult for Stripes to deal with it unless he did get the scout It's completely possible. And more scouting lings are going to move forward here. Guess could actually take these out if he wanted, and he needs to do something. I don't think he sees this. We need to go to the guest cam. Oh gosh, the guest cam. No, this is in the perfect position as he does not see this Baneling morphing, and he could take out all those Zerglings right now, but there's only 3 lings there, and here we go. The Baneling is moving forward, and they do choose to engage. It takes out all those Zerglings. Oh, that was a fantastic attack there by Stripes, but nothing to follow it up with. A few lings are going to move in here to engage, but there's already more lings on the way, and with this queen, it might go down. The queen is going to go down. He's going to pull all the drones here to try to keep it alive. The queen does go down just barely, and a few drones are going to fall as well. It does look like one drone even died there. So Stripes putting on the aggression, turning up the heat from the very start, and actually producing a lot of Zerglings. As he said, he has enough drones. He wants to be aggressive. Look at all those lings on the way, and even starting the roach production by both players, as roaches are on the way for Guess, which his will be out faster, and that is so many lings. He does not have enough lings to deal with this, and he does decide to engage them in the mineral line. I'm not 100% sure why, but the roach reinforcements now are on the way and should be able to clean this up, and all those drones do go down. This is not looking good for Guess, as Stripes is just putting on the heat, and Guess is not able to deal with it, getting an inject before the queen dies. Very fantastic play right there, and the roaches will clean up the rest of these lings. But we go to the units tab. It is now 31 drones to 31. My apologies. But see all that larva. Guess just had to put all that larva into drones. Whenever we go to Stripes base, and all that larva is units. So Guess is in like a very, very bad spot right now, as roaches are making their way across the field. But way more roaches here for Guess. Even spine crawlers coming down. This army would be a little bit more scary here for Stripes if he did opt to grab more Zerglings at this point in the stage than roaches if he wanted to continue the aggression, as spine crawlers are going to go down. The roach count, if we go to the units tab, is in Stripes' favor, surprisingly, but with the add-on of these spine crawlers, these roaches aren't really going to be able to do too much, and they are also split as well, just now going to be meeting up. But by the time they meet, the spine crawlers are going to be finished. So Guess isn't in too scary of a position. He's doing pretty well. He will be able to hold off this attack for quite some time. But Stripes does have the advantage right now. Even going to go ahead and start grabbing that burrow. And it would not surprise me if we've seen the tunneling claws as well here for Stripes. And here we go. Going to go ahead and start pushing up this ramp again. Actually, no. Opting to go ahead and destroy this destructible debris. Excuse me. Evolution chamber now coming down here for Guess. Gonna go ahead and start grabbing that +1 for the roaches, and I actually don't think we have evolution chambers down here for Stripes, so it does look like the upgrade advantage may go in Guess's favor, which could actually put him in the lead if he has a good engagement and good upgrade timings. He actually opting to grab the Hydralisks as well, but a third is being taken by Stripes, and if a third isn't taken by Guess soon, then Stripes might actually have a very big advantage here for a short time, as upgrades have not yet started. That's the one thing Guess has going for him right now, is to get that upgrade advantage, and there we go. It is now on the way, and Glial Reconstitution now on the way, also known as Roach Speed. I don't know why they did that. That's like the troll casters. Like, really? Glial Reconstitution. You couldn't just call it Roach Speed? Or Metabolic Boost dash Roach? Lings are making their way up here to join this roach army, and that's a lot of roaches for Guess, though, and I don't know that he's going to be able to break this, especially with these spine crawlers here. Gonna go ahead and burrow. Not 100% sure why he's doing that, but gonna opt to burrow there. Even has a link in the third. Gosh, Stripes, why do you do that? Why does Zergs do that? However, Overseer here for Guess, so he's going to be able to see any of these burrowed units, and the Hydralisks do join the army. And something you have to know about Hydralisks is they do so much sick damage. It's insane. And they're even going to go ahead and start taking out these overlords. Oh, it does decide to live, but no. Oh my gosh, he didn't know about the burrowed units, and the burrowed units do come out right on top of these roaches. These Hydralisks need to do as much damage as they can, but with the Zerglings tanking up top, the battle would have been won there by Stripes, I think, especially with the Zergling support, but he does decide to burrow. However, with the Overseer coming over here, he's going to be able to kill a few of these lings before he does realize that he needs to unburrow these units, and he does unburrow and starts to run away as quickly as he can. But Roach Speed is going to be done here for Stripes any second. He will be able to escape with the Hydralisk support. These roaches for Stripes are going to melt rather fast. as the roach count is very, very similar. Going to go ahead and get a free Overlord kill as well. Trying to do as much micro as he can. Even going to start focusing down the Hydralisk, which was a brilliant play there to try to kill as many of those Hydralisks as possible. You want to keep the Hydralisk count as low as possible. And more roach reinforcements are now here for Guess. Has some still at the base. He needs to take these. He's going to go ahead and try to take this third, but this is what I'm talking about. This pesky Ling, it's in the way, and now it's going to kill the drone. OMG, I hate that so much. Got to move his army back, which shame on us. You know, we should always bring a unit. There's always a Ling here, but my gosh. Hydralisk are now, more Hydralisk are being produced here by Guess, and honestly, Stripes still has a giant lead, but he's not spending his money, which gives the supply lead to Guess. So do not count Guess out yet, as he is going to go for a giant push here with this rather big army. And you have to remember, not only is the supply in Guess's favor, if we go to the units tab, Stripes has more drones, so the army supply here for Guess is so much higher. It's actually a little bit scary. Stripes might be in a hell of a position right here. This might just end the game. I'm not 100% sure. But here comes the giant push here, and the roaches are up front. Hydralisk are in back, perfect position, and there's only Lings here for Stripes, and he isn't producing any units. 4 more Hydralisks and 18 Lings are on the way. He's going to go ahead and start producing 46 Lings, but Lings is not what you want when you're dealing with this Roach Hydra composition. It's a Lings just melt so quickly. As you can see, I don't know how many roaches died right there, but it wasn't very many. The queens are going to start falling, and Guess turning this game around with a rather convincing push here, and the Lings are going to move in here to engage, but excellent position on the ramp is going to keep those Lings from getting any type of surround. And look at this, it is mass devastation right now for Stripes. Stripes is melting to all the roach acid. There's no answer here for Stripes. He does have 11 roaches on the way, but there's no way that's going to be enough. And it does look like this series is going to go 1-1 unless Stripes can pull some amazing micro or something crazy. But I just don't think he can. And the last few roaches are going to move in here to engage, but it's just, they're going to melt so fast. And Guess not even going to kill him, going to spare their life. Never mind, he does decide to turn around and kill him. There they go down. Here's the last stand here for Stripes, making more Lings, more queens, doing everything he can, even has an infestor on the way. But there's the GG as Stripes. There was just no answer for this, and Guess completely dominated that game. He dealt with the early aggression. Stripes not able to capitalize on all those advantages he had. Able to spend all his minerals there at the last second, but it just wasn't enough. And Guess bringing the series to 1-1.